This is Power 102, empowering you. Sexplosion is on Power 102, and now on new days and at new times. The country's most informative sex education program, Sexplosion, is on every Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. and Fridays from 9 p.m. to midnight with Dr. Raj, the guru of sex in the Caribbean.
A lot of times we think that the sex is totally below the waist. It is not below the waist. It starts in the brain. The largest sex organ that you possess is your brain.
Tune in for discussion on all sexual matters. Sexplosion on Power 102, empowering you.
That's about 3 minutes past 7. Good evening to you, wherever you may be. Sexplosion starts now with Dr. Raj in studio and back with us after quite a while. How are you doing, partner?
Pleasant evening to you. How are you?
Pull your microphone.
I forget my mic. How I could do that?
I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah, man.
Well, we're back.
Nice to have you back.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Today I sent out a broadcast dealing with penis enhancement because it's one of
Yes, I saw it.
it's one of the topic that I think most men are interested in. It's one of the questions that is normally asked on this radio program. It has been the number one question that has been asked on this program is that question about penis development, penis enhancement, anything to do with the penis, especially how could I make my penis bigger. And what I decided to do, because I realized that since it's a personal item, since it's something that when a person comes, they don't really want to talk too much about it. They would like to know as much as they can and make sometimes they want to make their own decisions. Sometimes they make wrong decisions, but we try to accommodate them as best we can. At the adult therapy center, at the stores, persons, there's a right way and a wrong way to do anything. The right way is if a person decides that I want to do penis enhancement, is to do a consultation, do the blood works, and find out what can be done and what I need to do in order to get the development I'm looking for. Now, it's impossible to take a 4-inch penis and make it 10 inches. That's not going to happen, not even with surgery. Right? There is a percentage of development that anyone can achieve. Just as you can go to the gym and lift weights and develop your body, build your arms, build your chest, build your legs, you can develop your penis in that way. And that's understood, providing you do the right things. Providing that you start at the right age. Because the older you get, the more difficult it becomes. Like everything else, it's harder to do the exercise that you're supposed to be doing. It's much more difficult to get the nutrients or the things that you need for development to take place. So a person who is, let's say for example, 40 years and above, they're no longer producing growth hormones. And if they're no longer producing the growth hormone and other things that they need, they're not going to get the development that they may seek. So if you have a 5-inch penis and you want to make it 7 inches and you're 45 years of age, you may only get a 1/2-inch development because of your age and because of the non-existence of certain things in your body anymore. If you're 18 years of age and you start off with 5 inches, you may get to 7 inches very easily. But that's why 18-year-old. So the disparity with age is also important when you decide to do this. Now, across the board, and I'll tell you this, across the board, from teenagers to men who are knocking at the doors, want their penis developed.
Why?
I don't know why.
Is that something? I think it's in demand.
It's
being demanded, I should say.
it's being demanded not by anybody but the person who wants it. I don't think it's being demanded by women.
Well, I think so.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Why?
Because if you ask the question how often a person has sex or whatever, most of them will tell you it's not something that they do often. They don't. And if you ask them why, you see, as a sexologist, there are questions that we would ask to get an idea of what's happening in society. Now, there are a small percentage of women out there who would prefer a larger penis.
A small percentage, sir.
A small percentage. Not a large percentage. Not as what people may think.
Okay. That's just a
Right?
perception, you're saying?
No, that's not a perception. That's reality.
Okay.
Right? There is a percentage of women out there who want a certain size of penis and beyond. But they are not in the majority. But let's not deal with the women. Let's deal with the men. The psychology of a man is that no matter what size of penis he has, he always wants it bigger. He's never comfortable or happy with what he has for some reason. He always thinks that it's inadequate whatever God gives him. That's the psychology of it. So therefore there is a need by men to do something about enhancing the size of their penis. There is a need. Whatever brought about that need, I don't know. It could be a defect psychologically. It could be something at birth. It could be because of the way people interact with one another. I cannot say for sure. What I can say is that the majority of men out there are not satisfied with what they have. I have never heard somebody say that I am happy with what I have and I could live with it. They're always looking for something more. No, I'm not saying that there aren't men out there who would say that they're happy with it, but they don't come to me because they're happy with it. I mean, that's logical. They would not come to me. They would not come or send a message, Dr. Raj, how could I get my penis bigger? Because they are happy with what they have. So you understand? I have to say the majority, or I have to say 100% of the men who come to me for that is because they want that. Now, sometimes they ask you in a roundabout way, well, I'm asking for a friend. A partner of mine want to know what he could do to get the penis bigger. But it is the person asking the question. There are products that are being sold on the internet. And we have to be careful with the internet because I'll give you a little story. About a couple of days ago, I was going through the Facebook. And I saw an article that I thought to be interesting, the 5 most dangerous fruits in the world. So I said, okay, let me read it. First thing I saw was carambola, 5 fingers. So 5 most dangerous fruits in the world. Second thing I saw was kashima. Third thing I saw was pawpaw. So I started to listen to the article because it's a voiceover talking about how dangerous these fruits are. 5 fruits. I can't remember the other 2 right now. I think cocoa was one of them and something else, if I'm not mistaken. And they're saying every year in Grenada, 30,000 people die from eating one of these fruits. Each one. Now, do you know the population of Grenada? The population of Grenada. What's the population of Trinidad?
1.3.
Right. Do you think the population of Grenada is close to that? The population of Grenada is 112,000 people. So if 30,000 people die every year eating one of these fruits in Grenada, they'll have no population. So you understand how things could be very misleading.
Yeah.
And it says that, 30,000 people die per year eating carambola. No, they didn't say how much for carambola. They said it for kashima. And 30,000 people die per year eating pawpaw in Grenada. And they specify Grenada.
Yeah.
So that's 60,000 people here. That's half the population.
I tell you.
So where they burying all these people?
And the
How are you going to repopulate the country? And the other, there's 2 others.
like killing like 60,000.
No, well, that each one of them, 30,000 people die per year.
Yeah.
But even if it's not 30,000, let's say it's 10,000. If 10,000 people die in Trinidad from eating any particular thing, that's an epidemic or something is going wrong, man. You understand? When you compare births and death in a country, There's a parity with it, you know. That's why you have population growth or population decrease. So that's why I tell people what you see on, like one guy came to me today, tell me he has a certain disease. So I asked him, how do you know that? He said, well, he researched it on Mr. Google and he realized he has that. So I went through all the symptoms and whatnot and I said, you don't have that. I showed him a picture. I said, do you have that? No. I said, so how could you say you have that? He said, well, that's what he researched and found out. But I just tell people, do not mistake my degree that I went to school years for to Google it. Google, I have half of what I have as far as the information, not even half, 1% of what I have. So don't get tied up with that, you know. But the fact remains that people see things and they believe it.
Yeah.
So when they see something advertised on Facebook or a WhatsApp message
Instagram, all this.
that this product could make your penis grow, I just say, well, go ahead and buy it. Were you asking me about it for? I don't know. I've never heard about this product before. I may have seen an advertisement about it, but it doesn't mean to say I've heard about it. Because I wouldn't pay attention to the advertisement, because for the time the advertisement come out, I will switch and go to something else because I know it's pure crap. There is no product that you can buy that is going to raise your testosterone or develop your penis. That is false advertising, and I've said it many times on this program. If you are on a specific regime, a program to do that, there are supplements. That's why it's called a supplement. You know what supplement means? It's supplemental to whatever you're doing. That's what it means, supplement. But people think that if I buy a particular product and I take it daily, my penis is going to grow. So I asked the question, do you have a homing device on the product to go straight to your penis? Obviously, digestion has to take place. Absorption by the body has to take place for development to take place. So you will not get specific development unless you are exercising a body part. That's why when you go to the gym and you tell the instructor at the gym, I want to develop my legs. You think he's going to give you curls to do? Well, I'm not talking about leg curls, bicep curls. To develop your legs? No. He will have you do squats, leg curls, leg extension, those type of exercise to build your legs. So if you want to develop a particular part of your body, for example, the penis, you will need to exercise the penis or go on a regime to do that. But people don't think logically. They're always looking for a shortcut and the cheapest way to do things. No, there is no shortcut and there's no cheap way of doing that. The very same thing if you go to the gym, and I'm using the gym as an example because that is reality. If you go to the gym and you want to build any part of your body, they'll tell you exercise alone will not help you. You have to use a supplement or a number of supplements. One for energy, one for growth, one for development, one for muscle building. There are a number of things that you have to use. Therefore, it's not cheap. Nobody lifting weights in any backyard or anyway without taking supplements or eating the right food will develop their body. No one. That's not going to happen. So, if you want to develop your penis, what you have to do is get a program that will do that. Now, I've mentioned this before. Many years ago, the FAMOS program was developed in Florida, 1983 to be exact. And I was part of that team. And I bought the rights for it because I know one day I know that one day persons will be interested in this. Therefore, the FAMOS program has always been available to persons in Trinidad. And many times I have had the opportunity to put persons on the program and see the gains that they would have gotten from it. Now remember I said there's a percentage increase in size depending on your age, the size that you possess now, and other factors. When you take those factors into consideration and you work out the mathematics of it, you'll realize that a person may get 5% increase, 10% increase, 15% increase, 20% increase, a maximum of 25% increase. But because cells are three-dimensional, you cannot tell the penis to grow one way as opposed to the other. So you may get both thickness and length when doing the program. You cannot get length alone and no thickness because cells are three-dimensional. So that is very important to understand. Due to the challenges over the years, I have found that sometimes you need to make it easier for individuals. Because persons are always looking for shortcuts, they're always looking for the cheapest way, the fastest way, the most effective way. But cheap and fast is not effective. I'll make that very clear. So sometimes we would send out a kit for someone based on the information that they give to us, and their follow-ups to the kit. That's one way of doing it. You can come to the clinic, you can join the clinic, you can go get your blood test done and whatnot, and then come and get all the required instrument and supplements that you need. That's another way. Another way of doing it is you could go secretly and buy your stuff. I've had persons say, well, somebody bring a pump for me. My partner living overseas, or he went and visit and he bring a pump for me. But your partner can't bring a pump for you. And the reason for that is that your partner don't know your penis size. And your partner don't know what will work for you. And that's very serious, you know. Because what will work for an 18-year-old will not work for a 28-year-old. And what will work for a 28-year-old will not work for a 38-year-old. And what will work for a 38-year-old will not work for a 48-year-old, and so forth. So that's very important to understand. So for years I've been battling with what could I do to make it easy for persons, because I know 7 out of 10 men, when they come to the adult therapy center or they come to one of the stores to buy pumps and whatnot, they don't know what they're looking for. They don't know what they want. They're in the dark. So recently I came up with a solution for that. I created in the business place a wall, what we call the penis enhancement wall, the FAMOS wall. In the FOMS wall, there is a diagram of the penis. There's information about the penis and penis development. There's a listing of pumps and what it does to your penis. There's another listing of supplements, creams and lubrication that you need to use. There's another listing of the way you go about doing it. So a person can come, take their time, look at the wall, analyze it, take out a picture of it if they want to. Take out a picture of whatever I have there and read it when they go home, or read it there and read all the information. But in the section where we have pumps, we have about 25 different pumps that you can choose from, starting from as low as $350 all the way up to $3,500. Right? You choose based on what your knowledge. If you ask the CSR, they may tell you what will work best for you because they have additional knowledge. Because we have, well, not classrooms, but ever so often I will have invite the workers to come and we'll talk about a particular product or particular area of the business, how to, if somebody asks questions and whatnot, what to tell them to use, how to use it for development and whatnot. So they have the information. And every one of my employees have instant access to me. So no matter where I am in the world, they could take the information and send it to me and they get a response right away. I don't make skylark with that. Now, in each area, we also have an enclosed area that we're doing where you could go and measure your penis if you're not sure. Measure the length, measure the circumference, give the person your age, the length and the circumference, and they will tell you or suggest to you. For example, let's say you have a 6-inch penis and you buy a $350 pump. A $350 pump is 6 inches. You know? Where there is room for development? None. But you might buy it because you find it cheap. Or a $600 pump. You buy it.
When you talk about pump, I think you should explain what
I'll explain what a pump is. I will. You're right. I will. A penis pump is a device. It's called a vacuum pump. It creates a vacuum that sucks on the tissue that causes it to expand. It doesn't pump anything into the penis.
Okay.
That's why it's called a penis pump. It's a vacuum pump. When you use the penis pump, what it does, it sucks the air out of the cylinder. And because it sucks the air out of the cylinder, it causes expansion in the tissues of the penis. And having said that now, for tissues to be repaired, because now you have stretched the penis in different angles, for tissues to be repaired, you must use amino acid. Amino acid is the building block of your tissue. So you must use amino acid. And you must use a supplement for development of your penis. And we have no extra reservoir of blood anyway in our body. So if your blood in your body is accustomed to being pumped to a 6-inch penis and all of a sudden you have a 7-inch penis, where are you getting the extra blood? Where are you getting the extra blood? It's blood that's caused the penis to be erect, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Blood is forced into the erectile tissues and it causes the penis to be erected. So where are you getting the extra blood? So you have to use supplements for that. That's where the supplement comes in. You need a vitamin and mineral supplement. You need a supplement for penis development that is made for that. For example, the max size, the super size, the bioexgenic size. Those are supplements. There's one a new one that we got recently, Andro something. Right? I think we only got it yesterday. But those are supplements designed for that. And then there is your amino acid. But think about it. If somebody come and pull on your skin and stretch it, you feel it's going to stretch your so? Your skin is elastic, yes. But if you don't moisturize it, you're going to get what? Bruise, 1. It's going to be uncomfortable, 2. You're going to get stretch mark. So you need to use a lubrication. And the only lubrication that you can use when you're doing penis development is a silicone-based lubrication. And it must be pharmaceutical grade silicone based. That's why you have to use a Swiss Navy silicone based lube. It comes in 25 mLs, 2 ounces, 4 ounces, 6 ounces, 8 ounces, 36 ounces.
I want to make sure pumps were mostly for guys who suffer diabetes.
Well, I ain't getting there yet. You're right. But no, you're not right. It is not mostly for guys who suffer from diabetes. It is an instrument used by guys who suffer from diabetes to get an erection and to keep an erection. But if you are someone who has diabetes and the valves are damaged in your penis, when you're using a pump, you have to use a penis ring. That's the difference. So the pumps that are designed for erectile dysfunction comes with a penis ring. And the penis ring goes on the base of the pump. And when you pump up the penis, you pull the ring onto the penis, it breaks the seal, and it holds the blood in the penis. The ones that are designed for developing the penis, you cannot pull something over it because there's a lip. That is the way it's developed. Everything has an instrument. I have seen persons come with pump, and they say, my partner bring this from overseas for my boy. Show me how this worked. And I say, first of all, let me ask you a question. After I take it out of the box and I'm looking at it, well, of course, you use a glove because you know they tried already. No matter what they tell you, you know they tried. So you put on your gloves, you take it out and you're looking at it and it's like, you have erectile dysfunction? What do you mean by that? You have a problem getting erection? No, well, this pump is for person with erectile dysfunction. It's not for development of your penis. And they're like, well, now you see the brain clicking because the partner didn't bring it for him, they went and buy it. But they did not get the right advice. If they had gotten the proper advice, they would have known not to buy that pump because you do not have an erectile dysfunction problem. What you want to do is develop your penis. So you need a cylinder that has the lip and also has what you call the base. Now, we have different base. If you go on that wall, we have about 10 different base that you could put on, you know. Sleeves, they call it. The sleeves go on the pump. You have universal sleeve. You have different size of sleeve. You have sleeves that are shaped like mouth. You have sleeves that are shaped like vaginas. You have sleeves that are shaped like the anus. So you get pleasure out of it also. A pump could be very pleasurable also. But together with the lubrication, you must use a vasodilation cream. And a vasodilation cream is not a cheap thing to begin with. You could buy a packet for $25, but you'll only get 2 use out of the packet, and you'll have to buy 10 packets or 15 packets for the month. Or you could buy a tube, starting from about $300 to about $600. But if you're looking for a shortcut and just want to buy a pump and use it, go ahead, you know. But it's not going to work. You're wasting your money. And most of the time when somebody go and buy a pump, they buy the wrong pump. Because they don't buy a pump that will suit them. They don't buy a pump that will suit their age. But it's always a partner bring it from overseas for me.
At what age you can not use it?
You could use a pump at any age for erectile dysfunction, for development of the penis. Unless, no. There's also something called shrinkage of the penis that comes about because of diabetes, hypertension, drug use, drug abuse, injury. So you could use a pump at any age to maintain your erection or to get a erection, pull the blood into the penis and get an erection. For development, once you have passed the age of 40, it's much more difficult to get development taking place. So be prepared to spend a lot more money. If you have the money to spend, you can continue at any age after 40. If you do not have that extra money to spend, don't waste your time. You'll be wasting your time. You must spend that extra money to put the nutrients in your system to get that development to take place. And that's the difference. So I advise somebody, today I think somebody at 55 asked me the question, what pump should I get? And after asking them all the questions, I say, do you really need to make your penis bigger, or do you want it to function better? If you want to make it bigger, this is what you have to get. And I listed all the items, give him an approximate cost, and I say, this is what you have to spend per month for the next 9 months. Because it is not going to develop in 1 month. Because the older you are, the longer it will take also. Good evening, Dr. Raj. As the program goes on, I will be asking questions. I am from Lupino. What is the biggest size of penis a woman could take comfortably without being damaged? Any size. It depends on the woman. I have seen women take some extraordinary size bottle. You will have known about that. Gelita and so forth. 26 ounce. But it depends on the woman.
You think that's the driving force behind men wanting to have
I think the driving force, one of the driving force, not the driving force, but one of the driving force is watching porn. And it's a simple thing. You will go and watch an action movie with a MAGA man? As this star? Would you? I'm asking.
No.
Well, right. So, American porn is made with people who are well endowed. They go and they find these people and they pay them big money to do porn because they're endowed. European porn use normal men, but American porn is different. So men are looking at porn, women are looking at porn and they feel like it's reality. That is not reality. It's anyway with big breasts. Not all women have big standing breasts. Most of the women who have big breasts, it's hanging. Most women, they'll tell you that. They have to use a bra and they'll tell you my back pain, they just get and whatnot, if they're being honest. The majority of women who have big breasts, it's hanging. The nipples are not out there, it's down there. And that's a fact. But there are men who go off on that. But when they see the breast in a bra. So when they see that, good, look at them nice breasts. When she take out the bra, all of a sudden the nice got to, But that's the reality of it. Most women with big breasts, when they take off their bra, it's no longer looking nice. That's why some women remain in bra. If you notice, some porn stars remain in bra, you know. You ever notice porn stars sometimes remain in shoes? Do you know why? Because they have ugly feet. That's why they remain with shoes on, nothing else. They have ugly toes and ugly feet. There's some women are real ugly feet, you know, but they're porn stars. So they keep on their shoes. It will sound funny, but that's the reality of it. The very same thing with the breasts. So it's the same thing with the penis. What you see there is not reality. That's why I tell you, nobody walks around with an extra pint of blood to pump into that penis. The guys who are endowed that way, they're endowed that way. That's a God-given talent. That's a God-given right. But most men seeing that in movies say, ah boy, that's what I want, because that's what the women like. But the women who they hire to do that are the women who like to do that, because there's some porn stars who tell you, don't bring that thing near me, you know. And I am telling you from factual events, not from something I've heard. I have been on many porn sets. I've spoken to thousands of porn stars, not one, thousands. And there are some porn stars, they'll tell you plain, don't bring that around me at all. I don't want to see that. Therefore, what do you do? How do you find, or how do you strike that balance as to what you perceive and what is reality? What you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing. That's why I created that wall. The wall is 10 feet, 25 pumps on that wall. All the information that you need, you could come there and stand up and read for half an hour. You could even choose the item off the wall without even bothering with anybody. All you have to do is bother with somebody to pay for it. You could make your own decision. You become the master of your destiny. Excuse me. You are the master of your own destiny when you come to the pump wall, the FAMOS pump wall. You go there, you look at the middle, you read, okay, this is what penis development is about, this is what enhancement means, this is how the cells are going to develop, whatever. Okay, let me go to the pump section. Okay, what type of pump do I need? This is what this pump does, this is what that pump does. We have about 15 different types of handles. You have the one that you squeeze, like those old pressure, when you're taking your blood pressure a long time.
Yeah.
They call that a bulb pump. They have the one with something that's shaped with the ears. You press it like that. They have one with a trigger. You have the trigger made out of plastic. You have the trigger made out of metal. Of course, the metal is going to last longer than plastic, because all pumps are designed that if you overdo it, which everybody does, the first thing that goes is the device, not your penis. Pumps are designed in such a way that if you overdo it, the bulb will stop working, the trigger will stop working. Because many a times person come back, I buy this pump last week and it ain't working again. Yeah, because you try to overdo it. Because it's designed to self-destruct.
Now, I'm going to take a short commercial break. Before we do that, I want to ask you something before we go. So
you go ahead.
We come back. Now, the desire for bigger penis, or men who would like that to happen to them, is that for the normal sort of people, or is this a problem across the board, you know, the LGBT and all this? You know?
Well, again, we'll answer that.
You've asked for it, now it's here. Soca Color with no restrictions is expected to bring to you the amazing hair shampoo that just colors your hair in 5 minutes. Yes, just 3 easy steps. Step 1, pour shampoo into dry hair. Step 2, lather, leave in for 5 minutes. Step 3, rinse and style as usual. And voila, it's that easy. Soca Color with no restrictions. You can check them out at number 94 Eastern Main Road, St. Augustine. Call 678-9490 or 228-4276, or you can visit them on their website at www.socahair868.com.
Inviting you to join me every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, a program designed to soothe your mind and uplift your spirit, here on Power 102.1 FM, Power 102.1 FM.
Introducing Izzo. News travels fast. In today's fast-paced world, access to accurate, up-to-date information 24/7 is essential to making critical decisions in your life. Izzo is the Caribbean's newest and most innovative news source, giving you a Caribbean perspective on politics, crime, business, sport, entertainment, technology, and special investigative features. Izzo, IZZSO. Izzo, your information source, designed for your lifestyle. Download the Izzo app for iOS and Android devices, and visit our website at www.izzo.com. Izzo. News travels fast.
Hurricane Dorian has ravaged the Bahamas, leaving catastrophic damage with entire communities reportedly wiped out.
Paul 102 and Boom Champions 94, we are getting involved to assist in bringing relief and recovery efforts to our brothers and sisters in the Bahamas.
We can make a difference in the lives of people impacted by Hurricane Dorian by generously donating.
As thousands are in desperate need of support. There's urgent need for clean bottled water,
Toiletries,
first aid items, non-perishable food,
cleaning supplies,
and everyday essentials.
Donations can be dropped off at Paul 102 and Boom Champions office, 88 to 90 Aricombe Street, Port of Spain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 6 p.m.
And I'm far from finished. Let's help support our friends in the Bahamas.
Hurricane Dorian relief.
Hurricane Dorian relief.
Hurricane Dorian relief.
Rebuilding. Stronger than before.
Now, Dr. Raj, I don't want that question to be, I hope nobody looks at it as saying anything that will point fingers to any sect of the society. Be understand?
But if it does, it point fingers to everybody want a bigger penis.
Good. So we have this society that is, to me, expanding a kind of way. Is the complaint coming from that segment of the
Of
society?
course it is. Because they are under the false impression that bigger is better also. They're never satisfied with what they have. I see it all the time. The majority
Is
of
that
the
a macho
persons,
thing?
I think it's more a psychological thing than a macho thing. Right? I have seen it many a times where persons, if you're going around with a woman, and this is very serious, she will never ask you the size of your penis. Never. Time come for sex, clothes come off, you have sex. If she's not satisfied, you'll know afterwards. But the minute a gay man is talking to someone, the first thing they ask is the size of the penis.
Is that so?
I'm telling you. You get that all the time. They always want to know the size of the penis. So it's a psychological thing. That's how you know if you're chatting with somebody on Facebook and whatnot, and you feel it's a woman and they ask you the size of your penis, know it's a man you're chatting with. I'm telling you. It's a tell. It's like when you're playing poker, there's a tell. When you're playing all fours, there's a tell. When a man have a jacket, you see, all of a sudden he starts to sweat. Same thing, we're talking to a gay man, he wants to know the size of your penis. That's the interest. It is not the relationship, it's always the sex. And I'm not saying that to offend anyone, I'm telling you the truth.
Yes.
Because I'm the expert in that area. So when you are in a conversation with a gay person, their only interest is the size of your penis. Nothing else. Whereas with a woman in a heterosexual relationship, it is the chemistry between you and the person, the feelings that you have for the person. It is not a physical thing. If the physical thing comes about, she's not interested in the size of the penis, she's interested in what you can do with it. Unless she's a porn star and she's accustomed to certain things. And that's the difference in the different environment that we face. But a lot of persons may be offended by what I say. What the hell was it there? I tell the truth. And I dare anyone to prove me wrong. I dare anyone to prove me wrong. And I constantly do that. Because the only reason I'm successful on radio is because I speak the truth all the time. 19 years on the radio is not because I talking crap or giving out false information. It's because I give out truthful, accurate information. So let's just say pleasant good evening to Indira, Gail, Ria, Dolly, Jean, Nafisha, Mina, And it's not Junior Saldana, it's Mac Daddy with me tonight. Hema, Sunita, Geeta, Idris, Sachin, Alicia, Talia, they're all listening on Facebook. Some of them are sending questions. Some of them are on Instagram. Pleasant good evening to those of you on Instagram. I think on Instagram we have Cutie Pie. That was one of the angels on this program. I'm not sure if she's on Facebook or what. She's there. I know she's there. Anna, how are you? So we created this wall, but before we created the wall, I have to tell persons in the south area, Point Fortin to San Fernando, we have created something new at the Debe branch, where a person could call and make an appointment to come to the store, not during the hours of the store, but outside the hours of the store. Like early in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, before the store open at 10. And have a one-on-one with one of the CSR.
Who will be there?
Someone will be there.
Okay.
Someone will be there.
At that time.
Yeah, but they have to make an appointment.
So
This
that
is shopping by appointment.
Okay.
So they call the number, which is 366-5843. 366-5843. Make an appointment to meet one of the CSR there. Right? The CSR will meet with the person, go through the product, find out exactly what the person wants, and it's a one-on-one private shopping. It might be a Sunday morning, because that's, let's say for example, a person is working. They work in Port of Spain, and they're living in the Debe Penal area, but they're reaching home 7 o'clock in the evening. Store closes at 6. It's difficult for them to come there at 7 to get something. So they have time on a Saturday or Sunday. They make an appointment. They come in. Well, of course, the appointment is not unlimited time. Your appointment might be for half an hour. So in that half an hour, you go through all the things that you need to go through, because there might be somebody coming at 7:35. So let's say your appointment is from 7 to 7:30. You don't want to bounce up somebody else because you want your privacy. So no, by 7:30 you must finish your shopping and you're out of there. 7:35 somebody else is coming. If you want to book a longer time, you have to say so.
So this in the store is open 7 days?
No, the store is not open again, Mark. The store is open 6 days a week, but this is shopping by appointment.
Oh, okay.
That is something totally different, where one of the CSR will come out and accommodate you.
Okay.
The store. So let's say you come on Sunday. Let's say you want something on Sunday morning. It's the only time you have because you work in radio. So you make an appointment to come 10 o'clock in Sunday morning. You buy stuff, you go. The store is not open to the public. The person closes the business and they're gone. They're done.
Okay.
Shopping by appointment. And don't worry, we have security measures in place. That's something we have to make sure of. Security measures will be in place. So that's one of the things that we are offering for persons in the Debe Penal area. Not the other stores, but there.
You spoke about the use of these pumps and the overuse of these pumps. But let's say it has reached a stage where you are overusing the pump. Are there side effects that can affect some people?
There are no side effects in the use of a pump and the supplement that goes with a pump, unless you have a heart condition or a serious medical ailment. Of course, then it's going to react to you and your body and the medication that you're using. But once you follow the regime or the program and you follow it properly, there is no side effects. The same thing with treatment for persons. Okay, one of the things with HRT, hormone replacement therapy, is you're putting hormones into the body. You're putting steroids into the body. But if a person come by you and say, I have this vial thing, inject me with it now, and you don't know what you're doing, the person's going to get side effect. Definitely. Apart from the burning or the needle stick or whatever, they're going to get some side effects. But if you do it the proper way, under professional care, you have nothing to worry about. But it's a good question.
So it's advisable that before you buy this pump, before you even start to use this pump, you get all the advice you should.
Well, that's why I put all the advice in writing. That's the reason I put all the advice in writing.
Well, yeah,
And somebody is there purchasing can text me, because everybody has my number, 7401961. Everyone has my number. If a person don't have my number, it's because they don't want to have my number. And if a person says they can't find my number, something is wrong with them. Isn't that so? Because I give out my number here every night when I'm on the air. My numbers are on the business place. My numbers are on my call card. My numbers are all over the place. So you text me and ask me the question, I'm buying so and so pump, this is my penis size, this is what I'm getting with it. Is it okay? Is this the package for me? And I will advise you, well, no, this pump is not going to work for you, you need to get something else. Or, yes, this is the package for you. This is what you'll need to do in 1 month time as a follow-up. I give that advice. I give that advice. I don't expect that I give you the advice and you go somewhere else and buy it. Because when you call me back for advice the next time, I will tell you where to get off. Because after that, it's the same thing when somebody buys something outside. I just tell them plain, I said, did you buy that at one of my stores? No, I'm sorry. I said, well, you should have asked the advice wherever you bought it. Well, when I was buying it, it didn't have nobody. I say, I don't want to know about that. You didn't come to my outlet. I'm very rude when it comes to that because you're not supporting me. Why should I support you in any way? Why should I give you the free? I give free advice on the radio. I don't control what people do out here. But if you buy something somewhere and you come and ask me how to use it, I'm not going to tell you. I'm sorry, I'm not going to tell you.
What if someone, let's say somebody's okay, let's say somebody came back from the US and they bought this stuff, just like en route to the airport, and they come and they say, Raj, I bought this thing. Tell me about this thing.
Why should I give them advice? Tell me why.
What, you won't charge them for that kind of advice?
No, I'm not going to give you the advice. Wherever you bought it, you should have gotten it there.
Suppose it's a gift.
If it's a gift, well, whoever gave you supposed to do that. I'm not going. It's simple. I'm here giving free advice all the time. If you choose to go and do something contrary, or you get it from somebody or someone, you really have to convince me that is the truth, because people lie like hell,
I know.
for me to do something. Because I'll tell you off the bat, I have no desire in telling you what to do or how to go about doing it. Because it is unfair for me to do that. It is unfair. Because my time, energy, and money went into my education. It didn't come free. I didn't find a genie in a bottle and rub the bottle, and the genie came out and said, let me give you a wish and you'll be a sexologist. Yeah, that didn't happen, so. My education came about from spending money. Let's take that call, if you have a call.
Good evening. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, but I will not do that. That's compromising my integrity. So that is now, of course, I get many calls, and a person will say, well, I have a heart problem and I want to go and buy a pill. I'll say, be careful of what you're buying. Sometimes they'll call the name of something. I'll say, no, don't use that. But I'm not going to tell them what to use, because you know why?
Yeah.
If that person buys something that I tell them to use and they end up in the hospital, the first thing they're going to say, Dr. Raj put me on that, That's why when a patient comes to me, there's a patient profile. There's a sheet where everything is written down. It's like one guy coming today and telling me, I'm supposed to do 9 of these. I said, there's no way a person's supposed to do 9 of these. The number is 10 or 12. I don't know where 9 came in from. He say, I thought it was 9. I thought you say 9. I say, you thought I say 9? I say, I don't make them kind of mistake. I say, everything I tell you is written down here. I'm very thorough when it comes to those things. So should something happen to you, because of course, although a person may be taking treatment, they might bounce up a partner and say, boy, if you use this, man, you're mashing up all them women. Of course, when a man hear that, he going and try it,
Yeah.
But when he try it now, And he end up in the hospital, or he end up by the doctor. He say, and the doctor asks him, well, what do you do in the front that I don't know? Well, I'm going by Dr. Raj. The doctor might feel it's Dr. Raj give him that. So when the doctor calls me now and say, this so-and-so is my patient, he say, you so-and-so, did you put him on that? And I say, no, on his file don't have that. I don't know where you get it from. That's not what he's supposed to use. As a matter of fact, he's not supposed to use anything other than what I put him on here. Because there's collaboration between professionals that people don't know about. And there's professional courtesy. So these are the things that happen. Many times doctors will call me, or I will call a doctor to find out, because sometimes a person will tell you something because they think that is what you want to hear. But it may not be the truth. It is not the truth. So you have to find out the truth. We come across all kinds of things, but I'm glad you're bringing up all those things, because it is the reality of what we face.
Yeah.
It's the reality of what we face. But getting back to the wall now, I call it the penis wall. You go to the wall, let's say you're a total novice, just as how you're asking the question, and you want to find out about what to do. We have books on pumps, how to use a pump. We have books on penis development and enhancement. So you could buy a book. You could read the information that I put out there. This is by Dr. Raj. Read it, understand it, take out a photograph of it and keep it on your phone. So you could reference it later on. But you have the information there. And now you could say, well, the man say I have to measure my penis in 2 ways, boy. Okay, I go home and I measure it and I come back and my penis is 5 inches, so I'm looking for a pump that is 7 inches. It must have 2-inch clearance. And I see 5 pumps with 2-inch clearance. But I've seen one for $700. I've seen one for $1,200, one for $15, one for $19, one for $2,500. Which one is best for me? I'm 28 years of age. You tell me that, when I read here, if I'm under 35 years of age, I could use a pump in this range. So I could take the $1,200 pump and use it. The $700 pump wouldn't work for me. That's the decision you could make.
But it's still advisable that they speak to you first. Even though that
it is the best way to do it. It is the best way to go about doing it. It's the correct way to do it, but not everyone wants to do the correct and best way. That is why you have genuine parts and you have these guys who sell genuine imitation, you know. In Trinidad is the place for genuine imitation, you know. And you see, I think Skippy was reading that when I came into the studio. A lot of bogus drugs on the market because people want bogus thing. Why do you think bogus thing they sell in Trinidad? It's because people want bogus thing. And they will tell you, yes, it works just as good as the real thing. How something bogus could work just as good as the real thing?
Yeah, that sometimes when I go to buy parts for my car, some guys will say, so much money you paid for that? That money, you could have bought about $5 down the road. So I say, when it comes down to the bonnet, I travel from Port School to Library most of the time. I don't want to break down because of some part that isn't genuine. You know, so I take it seriously.
Of course.
Especially under the bonnet.
If you have a vehicle that you depend on, a vehicle is a dangerous weapon.
Of course.
A vehicle is a mode of transportation. A vehicle is your comfort and a vehicle is your safety. You go put something imitation in it.
Especially under the bonnet. I mean, there are sometimes you might buy the brake, something.
I still not doing that.
Yeah.
I go to the company and I buy it. Persons could call me stupid, they could call me whatever, but I don't want no genuine imitation.
Genuine imitation.
No, there's a person there's a person, original substitute and genuine imitation.
Original substitute.
Yeah, there's somebody we call that name.
Yeah.
Anytime you go by me as the original substitute.
But there's a place I buy parts of my car to where they tell me this is 300 and this is 400 and this one is original and for 5 cents.
Correct. Yeah. Give me the original. My car is original. I didn't buy it Vikey Vike.
Yeah, I don't take those
I went to the company and buy the car.
I don't take those chances. Yeah.
So it's the same way buying, okay, it's supplements. Would you like to buy a supplement that is made by a reputable company that has been around for 25, 30 years, or buy a supplement for a company that just came on board a year ago and you're sure they're going to be around next year? Because there are persons out there who will invest in plant, let me say 500,000, equipment, plant, ingredients, spend another $2 million in advertising to sell 10 million of a product and make $5 on each product. So that's 50 million. And close down everything. You know? You make $50 million and you're done with it. Why have to worry about anything again? And I always go back to the legendary blue sand. Every woman wanted blue sand in Trinidad. They want bigger breasts. Blue sand company didn't last as long as the Red House fire. And the trick in it is if it don't work, send back the product and we'll give you back your money. How the hell you're going to have product to send back?
So it's advisable that guys who are looking to get their penis enhanced go through the pump system or their pharmaceutical products that they can use.
If they're doing the proper thing,
they go together too.
All the items that you need for development is listed. The brand that the product is strong brands that have been established for 15, 20, 25 years. So you're not buying something Vike. Like for example, MD Science company has been around for maybe about 30 years. The Alpha company has been around for the same thing. The Sao Palmetto company has been around for the same thing. And these are companies that are run by doctors and scientists and whatnot. Highly reputable. These are companies that has won awards. Awards in the porn industry, in the sex industry, in the sex business industry. So it's not a jokey, Vike thing. Carl Exotic Pumps is not jokey pump. Dr. Joel Kaplan Pump is not a jokey thing. LA Pump is not a jokey company. These are companies that have been working to design these things for years. Pump Works. You have companies that are reputable. That are reputable. So that's what you have to be careful of. That you are buying something that works. Pipe Dream. I'm calling companies that has been around in the porn industry for donkey years. I visited one of the company, Doc Johnson Company, and when I see the operation, I was blown away. Everything is made in the US. The compound is about 5 acres. And I toured the entire compound where they have the injection molding and all these things for all the different products. The only thing that they get from overseas, which is in Mexico, is the packaging. The packaging to put it in. Not the product, because they stand by their product. They stand by the reputation and strength of the product. So, why would you put yourself in a situation to purchase something that is inferior, or is not going to work for you, or is going to be counterproductive to you? You're spending your money, and this is what I tell persons, you're spending your money. I expect that when you spend your money, you get a certain level of satisfaction. You must get a level of satisfaction from spending your money. So, it's like treatment. When a person starts treatment, that's why they have to come and see you monthly. And in that month, you'll find out what happened, how they felt, how much time they had sex, how turgid was the erection, what positive vibes they felt. So they feel good. And if things didn't work out the way it's supposed to work out for the month, you do a little tweaking here and a tweaking there to make it work, to make them feel good.
Premature ejaculation, is that a problem with these pumps?
It helps you with premature ejaculation. And a very good question. Once you're using a pump, it has to strengthen the PC muscle. The PC muscle is the muscle that is attached to your penis. So once you're using a pump, the correct pump, it's going to strengthen your PC muscle first before it strengthens your penis.
You never curl in front of your stuff tomorrow.
I don't know, but like I said, I have this wall. The wall is fully developed in St. Augustine. It's being developed in Debe. It's being developed in Grand Bazaar. It's not fully developed as yet. And it's being developed in Princeton. But again, it comes down to one thing and one thing only. If you want correct advice, if you want to make sure you get the right stuff and you get value for money, do the right thing. It took me not a very long time to create the wall, and what years I've been doing this. Look at how many years I've been doing this. For the idea to come to me, and let me put it out here, because it's about time that somebody just walk in the store, they could go and stand up in front of a wall and do so. Read. And you see they read it again. And they shake their head. And just watch them on the camera. Because there's a camera, well, of course, for pilfering, you have to have a camera watching everything because all the products are there. So in case somebody comes to thief, you'll catch them. Because you have thieves too.
I know.
You have that. So there's camera watching you. So I just watch them on the camera and I see one guy who look at his shaky head as he take up a product. He watch it, he read it, he turn it over, he put it on the counter. No, there's a counter close by, so he put it on the counter. He got the other product that he needs to get. And he bought 5 products. All on his own. So he was able to help himself. And once you can help yourself, you're happy. Isn't that so?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, when you are spending your money, make sure you get value for money and you are comfortable with the person that you're dealing with. It's reputable. You know that they know what they're talking about, and there's follow-up. Just as you ask the question when somebody buys something and say they get it as a gift or whatever. Very rare, and this is one of the things that we do around Christmas time. We have gift vouchers and whatnot.
Well, as referring to that, really. You know, birthdays.
No, well, we'll put something in it that we know our products, man. Come on. Oh, God, come on, Mac Daddy. Come on, man. Oh, God. No. No, we know our product.
Okay.
We know our product. We know our product. If somebody's buying it as a gift, we slip a card in it and tell the person, well, tell them to come back, we'll tell them how to use it.
Oh.
We tell them that. We tell them that. Or we put a paper inside with the instructions that comes from Total Image or the Dr. Raj Adult Boutique. Then you have the instruction that comes from Dr. Raj Adult Boutique. And if you need further information, you simply come in and ask the question. Nah, man, we have our business covered. We have it covered in that way. We make sure we take care of our clients, because the only reason I am successful, and I'm saying this with the utmost amount of respect for my customers and clients, the only reason I am successful is because of word of mouth, and I've been telling the truth on the air for 19 years. And I expect when people come to me, they get value for money. They buy a product, and it's a product that is reputable. Now, of course, personal devices are not supposed to be exchanged. If you use something, especially personal device, anything for sex and whatnot is a personal device. But we still try to accommodate in the best way we can, in some way or the other. We make sure the item is tested in front of you. So when you leave with an item that is working. You can't come back afterwards and say, when I went home, it wasn't working. Because there's some person who go home and overdo it with the item and come back and say something else. We make sure of those things. The cheapest pump are the same pump you talk about with the bulb. But it has a hole in the pump where you have to squeeze it with your finger. Now that's what we call it a novelty pump. We call it a novelty pump. It has a hole, you have to hold it with your finger and you squeeze with the ball. So that's a toy.
Right.
The pumps without the hole is not a toy. But that's the cheapest pump. The one with the hole is the cheapest pump. That's the pump you'll get for $350 and thing.
Okay.
So if you want to buy that pump, by all means go ahead. But it'll be uncomfortable to use because every time you're using it, you have to use your finger to cork the hole. You see, there is something out there for everyone. But if you're going to race a car, you don't buy a car that could only go 60 miles per hour because you're not going to win a race. If you go with your stock engine, then you have to buy an engine that will go beyond that and put it on.
Yeah.
Well, right, you might buy the shell for $60,000 or $160,000.
You have a call. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. No. Call 62 Power and ask them to put you through to Boom. Call 62 Power and ask them to put you through to Boom Champion.
Thank you.
Okay, 222-8255 and 612-8255. Those are the numbers that will bring you here to Power 102.1 FM.
So you ask for something, or you buy an instrument, you buy something that is going to work for you. So a 55-year-old man cannot go and buy a pump for $1,800 and expect that it's going to work. It's not going to work. You have to buy one of the LA pump or a Dr. Joel Kaplan pump that runs you from $1,850 to $3,500 if you want it to work. And that's the reality of it. It's not because you're trying to sell the person something expensive, you know. It is what is going to work for the individual.
Yeah. We have another call. Let's see. Good afternoon. Good evening.
Good evening. Nice program. But I want to ask who the co-host something because it was about name in mind. The 24th September is the Baptist something on
Baptist can cook too, something like that?
yeah.
Okay.
I listen off it.
All
I
right.
can't remember, and I from South, and I would like to attend, but I don't want to go up in
Okay, I'm going to try my best to find the info for you.
Well,
This is Sexplosion.
but call the program.
Yeah.
The program will be on Wednesday or something.
Yeah, Wednesday. When is the 24th?
Call the program. I have no idea. We don't deal with that. We deal with sex, lady.
That's right.
SEX.
Oh, Lord.
Oh yes. Alicia is on. Lisa is on. Indy is on. Hi Indy, how are you? So, my thing is that if you are going to invest money in something, if you want to see the results that you expect to see, because the only reason you're going to buy those things or spend money behind it is because you have a need for it, you know. The want and desire may be there also, but you may think that you have a need for that. So why not spend money wisely, get the right equipment, the right supplements, the right lube, the right cream that works for you?
There is something I might term as testosterone deficiency.
Glad you bring that up.
So tell me how this
If you have testosterone deficiency, nothing you do will work. Full stop. Full stop. That's why I tell people do a consultation first. So if you put the cart before the horse by going and buy a pump and taking all these supplements and you use it for 2 and 3 months and you spend, let's say, $3,000, and I'm being conservative here. And after spending the $3,000, you say, Dr. Raj, I buy the pump, I buy this, I buy that, and nothing working. You know what I'll tell the person? Well, you didn't do the right thing. You're supposed to go and do your blood test first. And they go and do the blood test now. And when they do the blood test, you see they have a testosterone deficiency. I say, well, you see why it didn't work. You have a testosterone deficiency. So nothing you do will cause development to take place. And many a men in Trinidad and Tobago suffer from testosterone deficiency. Many a men. I'm talking from 18 upwards,
Yeah.
suffers from testosterone deficiency. Now, something I
18,
heard today,
you said?
from 18. I heard something today that had me baffled. A young man told me today that a particular professional put him on a particular tablet when he was in his adolescent age. And he's wondering if that is causing his problems now. I don't want to believe what he told me. There's no way an adolescent could be using
This is it.
something to build your hormones, unless, of course, you have a hormone deficiency and it's somebody who really know what they're doing, and you have 2 and 3 advisors telling you this is what you need to do. When that young man told me that today, I was blown away. I was like, no, I don't believe that. I can't believe what you're telling me. I cannot believe what you're telling me, because what you're telling me doesn't make sense.
What does it tell you when young people? Is there a lot of young people?
Well, that's what I'm telling you, from 18 upwards. Well, younger than 18.
Does that tell
Mark
you?
Daddy, let me tell you the problem we have in our society. The problem we have in our society is the foods that we're eating, the lifestyle that we live, the general society. It's causing a breakdown in the male in our society. The male in our society is not developing as a man. A lot of young men have breasts, and if you look, when they put on a jersey, you see breasts.
Yeah.
You don't see this flat chest here. You see breasts, and you see nipple. Now, men have breast tissue, but breast tissue is not supposed to develop in a man. You never watch cricket. You're watching cricket, CPL and thing, and you see them fellas with their tight shirt and they have breasts more than woman. Watch it. Watch CPL. Watch it. And they wear on tight jersey, you know, but they have breasts. Gynecomastia. That means to say they have a hormone imbalance. Testosterone deficiency. And they'll tell you everything working good, you know. You can't fool me with that. I watch you and I know nothing working good. I watch a person who's seen diabetes on their skin. Skin quaily and falling off the flesh. And they tell you, yeah man, I don't have no sexual dysfunction. I say, good. Good for you. I born yesterday. My education come in a tight bucket.
Is there a special level in people who have diabetes, level 1, level 2, level 3?
There are type 2 diabetes and type 1 diabetes.
Type 1, type 2.
Type 1 is the most dangerous type. Yes, there are 2 levels. Well, you have pre-diabetic condition and type 2 and type 1.
The guys who would normally use that, what type they belong to?
Normally use what?
The pump. Who will
Type 2 more? Well, type 1 and type 2. Because type 1 diabetic is very difficult to get erection. Unless, of course, you're in some kind of treatment for that.
Yeah.
So type 1 definitely, and type 2, yes, sometime. Type 2, not so much, but type 1, yes, definitely. Most type 1 diabetics, the doctor will tell you need to get a pump.
Well, people remember we're taking your calls at 222-8255, 612-8255. On the other side of these, Sexplosion will continue.
Are the problems and destructive anxieties of today tearing you apart? If there was ever a time to readjust your priorities and focus your vision, it's now.
Well, they have to, because otherwise
Guys, you know, they're
they
out,
off,
you know.
if they win this one, they off.
Yeah, trouble.
5:30 to 6 a.m. right here on Power 102 FM. Jesus is the only one who can give you peace in the midst of today's storm.
Obviously, it is very true, you know.
Do you know that there exists
I know some
a body
time a man and woman get a boy. You have a big time, eh? A big test, now we see. And she come out and you have a big teeth. You don't need to play up in your man, I can't. Yeah. You sucking the pussy. When I want my fucking guy, you break even care, but you think. So I say, my best you go by Raj for a pump. She cost him stick on a junction, eh? So you get right over, boy. Even he didn't touch flesh. For I want to get blood. I felt sorry for him that day, but I said, oh, so we could be dead.
When a woman tell you them things, you mash up.
Mash up.
Mentally, you mash up it.
Yeah. And the man is coming out boost, but oh my God, the church, you know.
Yeah, no, those are the type that is boast. Those are the type that is boast. The fellas who doing it, the least is boasting most of them.
What?
Budget 2020. Budget 2020. Monday, 7th October, with our pre and post budget panels in studio breaking down the numbers, analyzing the impact on
Imagine doing sweat come back as a bowl, eh?
Yeah, boy, imagine that.
And you see how big a fatty, eh?
Yeah, he get big as and he can't make runs again, you know.
and your family.
He came round, you see him blowing what he blowing, eh?
Too big, yeah.
Coverage of the AmCham's post-budget analysis and panel discussion, the opposition leader's response, and coverage of the Budget 2020 debate. Budget 2020.
He bowling good, though.
Yeah, bowling good.
Empowering you.
Sexplosion continues with Dr. Raj. You can call us at 222-8255 at 612-8255. We're taking your calls and messages. We're talking penis enhancement.
Anyone sends me a message, please introduce yourself. It's common courtesy to introduce yourself. Don't you think?
Of course.
Yeah, you want free advice, at least introduce yourself.
There's a lot of guys who are shy from asking questions. You know.
No, but introduce yourself. Good night, Dr. Raj. I'd like to know what cream to use for lubrication before sex. I never say anything about using a cream. I talk about using a lube. Lube is different from cream. And the best lube is a natural lube. The Swiss Navy natural lube.
What's the difference? Cream and lube?
Well, there are creams that use, but cream tends to be messy. You don't use cream for sex. I know some people use cream that they find on the side of the bed head. Some kind of hand cream or foot cream or whatever. There are people who do that. I know one person used bale cream. You remember bale cream from a long time?
God, yeah.
You know what that used to smell?
Bale cream, Lord. I saw people put that in their hair and never like it.
Like dandruff. That is attract dandruff. Person use bale cream for lubrication, you know why? Maybe the woman was hairy, I don't know. Should have asked. So, the best form of lubrication is a lube. You have water-based lube, you have natural lube, and you have silicone-based lube. Silicone-based lube used mainly for anal intercourse, for certain type of toys, not the rubber or silicone type toys. I mean the cyber skin toys. And you have, well, the water-based one is used for sex. It's easily absorbed by the body, and the natural one is the best one because it stays without being quickly absorbed.
That popular gel that most people go for.
No, that was never designed for sex. That was designed for a medical gel. I don't ever recommend that. I don't ever recommend that. One of the best lube that you could ever get is Astroglide or all the Swiss Navy lubes. Best.
Right.
Nothing better than those. Astroglide or the Swiss Navy brand. They're highly formulated. They are developed
Organic
for
stuff.
sex. It's developed for sex. It's made for sex. And the person says, someone who listened to my program, you don't have a name, your mother didn't give you a name? You imagine you ask somebody, who are you? And they tell somebody who does listen to the program. That means your mother didn't give you a name?
A lot of people are shy when it comes to radio.
But give a name. We are not calling out the name on the radio. But I think if you want free advice, at least identify yourself. No, I'm serious. I find it's disgusting that somebody will want that, send you a text message and won't say, hi, this is so-and-so, my name is so-and-so. It may not be their real name, but at least say something there.
There are some people who I heard that talk already a lot of times on the ground where say bodybuilders normally end up with small penises. Are these bodybuilders, I should say, do they qualify to use pumps and all that?
Yes, a lot of them use pumps because they use steroids in the wrong way to build their body, and they end up with three things: bitch tits, which is gynecomastia, shrinkage of the scrotum and the penis, right, and a split here. That's how we identify it. So yes, they need to use a pump. Most bodybuilders use pump. They will not confess it, but I know they do. We supply them. So it's the way it is. I used to be IFBB judge, and I say used to be because I'm no longer involved in the bodybuilding field.
Really talk about it.
And we know what to look for, but we don't judge people on using drugs because that is not the criteria when you're judging. If it's a drug-free event, they have to go and get tested, and if they fail the test, they're out of the show, right? But you can't look at a bodybuilder and judge him based on your knowledge of using drugs. But we are trained to do that. So when we look at someone, we look at certain telltale signs, and we say, yeah, well, obviously using drugs, but we can't judge him on that. We have to judge him on what he presents the night of the show. That's what you have to judge, what is presented the night of the show. So he may have looked fantastic the week before, or you know he does look real good, but you can't judge him on that either. Him or her, you judge them on what they present that evening or daytime when you have the pre-judging, and nighttime. And that's why you have two judging in bodybuilding.
Okay.
In bodybuilding, you have the pre-judging during the day. So during the day, I may judge 5 bodybuilders, and I see number 2 of the 5 looks fantastic, and he win the pre-judging. But in the nighttime, he comes out flat, and number 3 is looking better than him. Number 3 come and beat him. That's why you are pre-judging.
These guys who take these steroids and things to build their body and stuff.
Well, steroids is what we're talking about.
What kind of
There's a book I tell all bodybuilders or anybody who want to use steroids to read. Death in the Locker Room by Dr. Bob Goldman.
Death in the Locker Room.
Death in the Locker Room. If you read that and you use steroids after that, something's wrong with you mentally. Read that book, Death in the Locker Room. Because when you're using steroids, what happens is you tend to overdo it with using steroids, because when you see the positive effects that it have on you in the gym, you want to go back and take a next shot and take another shot and take another shot. So it starts, the filtering of the body, which is the kidney and the liver, have to work overtime now. So it damages the kidney and the liver. And of course the heart, because the heart have to pump the blood to it. So most bodybuilders who end up dying from steroid overdose and whatnot, is the kidney and the liver that goes first. You'll hear they're on dialysis, or they have a bad liver because of overuse of steroids. And that's the reality of it.
You think it's a sacrifice to get into bodybuilding? Let's say you have a great urge or desire that you want to be a...
Oh, bodybuilding is a wonderful sport.
Yeah.
No, bodybuilding is a wonderful sport.
But if it interferes with your private sort of life where you're...
Bodybuilding does not interfere with your private. No. Bodybuilding does not interfere with your private. Don't get it wrong, Magdalene.
Okay.
Drug use interferes with your private, not bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is supposed to be one of the cleanest sports there is. The only sports in this entire world that you wear 24/7 is bodybuilding, you know. No other sport, you know.
It's true.
You could never tell a cricketer why he walking down the road, he don't have a bat and ball in his hand.
That's right. Yeah.
You can't tell a footballer why he walking down the road, he don't have a football on his boots. Can you tell a lawn tennis player unless he or she have a racket in their hand? But the only person you could say he's a bodybuilder or she's a bodybuilder is by looking at their physique, because they wear their sport 24/7. It's one of the best sports there is for health.
The guys who want to...
But guys use drugs because they're competing with one another to look better, but they're using something to mash up the inside. And that's the bottom line. But it's one of the best sports that you could come across if you do it naturally.
Okay, so if you do it naturally, you won't have a problem with
No.
the penis.
No. Bodybuilding doesn't. No. Bodybuilding will not cause the penis to shrink. As a matter of fact, it will develop your penis, because you shrink your penis PC muscle. Your penis will develop, and what? It's when you start using steroids. That's when you start damaging yourself.
I needed you to have that clear.
Yeah. I want to make that very, very clear. Bodybuilding is one of the sweetest, nicest sport there is. Mark, I was the only person in the Caribbean to hold a bodybuilding event, a regional and international bodybuilding event, and have every bodybuilder tested before they could compete. You know?
I remember back in the days when they went to all this fancy gym and thing. There were a bunch of guys who in the village would do this. They just invent weights and stuff. And they will be pumping and all. I never knew them to be taking steroids.
No, I have a lot of people don't take steroids and they do bodybuilding. You could do bodybuilding by eating protein, high protein food. Long ago, there was a secret to bodybuilding. When I got into the bodybuilding field, it's because I knew the secret, you know. That's why I was successful and my bodybuilders. But Daddy, when we go to a competition, we used to go to a pickup to bring back trophies alone, you know. We would have a winner in every category and placement between 1 to 6, 2 and 3 placement in every category, you know. And every category used to get a trophy. So we used to have a pickup going to bring back trophies. I know exaggeration and no lie. Anybody who knows me in that field will tell you that. And all my bodybuilders were clean. I never encourage any steroid use. And if I catch you using steroid, you cannot go and represent me. You're off the list. That is how serious I was about bodybuilding, male and female. And I know a lot of persons. Let me tell you a secret in bodybuilding. Long time there was something called desiccated liver. Bone meal tablet. Not Dr. Hoffman. Hoffman's protein. And Hoffman had a green tablet. When you use that, so you're strong like an ox. Those wasn't steroids. You know what? There was a show called Rich Man, Poor Man. Peter Strauss and Nick Nolte was in it. 2 brothers. One grew up rich and one grew up poor. The one who grew up poor became a boxer. And he moved from a skinny guy in the movie. It was a series. It used to show every week for about 8 weeks or so. And he moved from a skinny guy at the beginning to this well-built fella and boxing and beating people. And there was an article they asked him, well, in those days you get a thing to read because it's like, no, you're just punching something and you know immediately what they're doing. And he said he used something called Diabol. The amount of people run on Diabol. In those days you could have walked in the drugstore and buy Diabol. You could have walked in any pharmacy in Trinidad and buy Diabol. It was a little tablet. So. Now it's made in Mexico. They ban it. And he used Diabol to get a big size. I want people used to buy Diabol like they see Diabol like China. I know fellas who was in the gym eating Diabol day and night. But that's the reality of it. Until people realize it was a steroids. Good evening, doctor. Holding up your pee for a long period of time, can it harm you sexually? It will harm you by giving you an infection. It could harm your PC muscle. Yes, I will not advise you do that. Yes. And that's the reality of it. I studied all the greats in bodybuilding. I have seen fellas with their backyard gym work out, eat a dozen eggs a day, drinking protein shake. Man used to mix peanut butter and milk like that, you know. Throw a little protein in that because in them days you didn't have all you had was Weeder 1-on-1, a little can like this, and Weeder protein and Huffman protein, nothing else.
Never call. Oh boy. Call us back 222-825-5612-825. Yeah.
Good night, Dr. Raj. Great program. My question is, what is the proper way to measure the penis and what is the best measuring tool to use, tape or ruler? A tape. And you measure from the base of the penis at the top to the tip and the circumference under the head. In the flaccid state, from the base at the top to the tip and the circumference under the head. That's the best way to measure. We have that and all on the wall. If you don't know how to measure the penis, come and read it. There, you have a picture how to measure your penis. We make it as easy as possible for everyone. If you're measuring from underneath from the scrotum, there's no starting point. You measure half the balls, because fellas will measure the balls and say, hey, my penis is 9 inches. That time it's 3 inches of balls, you know. Do you know why women can't tell size? If you ask a woman, what is that? She can't tell you that it's 6 inches. She said, well, I'm looking like about 9 or 12 inches, you know. You know why? Because for years men have been showing them a 6-inch penis and saying that is 9. So they fool them. A little bit of comedy.
Oh boy.
So they cannot tell you size. But the reality is, once you do all the proper things and take your proper supplementation, no, I have to mention this. You have plenty of people at pump, you know.
Well, from what you're saying, it seems so.
No, you have plenty of people at pump. But they go use it today, they go put it down, next week they come and pump again. 2 weeks pass, they take a pump again. Pump don't work like that. You think you could go to the gym and lift weights like that and see any development? You have to use the pump consistently every other day for at least 20 minutes, you know. You have to dedicate time to use that pump, you know. 20 minutes a day when you start off, increasing your time as you go along. To end up using it 40-45 minutes a day, 3 times a day, you know. 3 times a week, sorry. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you know, must have a day in between for us. Rest and recuperation. Must have that. Otherwise, it will not work. It will not work.
For vicey people, let's say vicey people.
Vicey people in what way?
Yeah. People who are indulgent. I never know I should call it. You being the professor. I don't think I should call it vicey. There are some people who indulge in sexual activities more than a normal person. Let's put it like that.
Frequently.
Yeah. Is there a demand by a lot of young people where that is concerned?
For what? Using the pump for that? Yeah. Yeah.
And you think it's a nutritious deficiency that leads them to the pump?
No, I think it's a psychological thing.
Or way of life kind of thing.
That they want to do something and they're going beyond the means of doing it. So it's supplemental to what they will do normally. It's the same thing. There are guys who will use the pump prior to going and having sex. Prior to going to have sex. Excuse the language. Simply because they know when they use the pump, the penis is about 1/2 inch bigger. Now when you start using your pump, Mark, which I know you're going to start tonight because I bring it for you. The first person that is going to feel the difference is not you, you know. You holding your penis every day in your hand. So it feels the same way. You're looking down at your penis so you don't ever see the development. You don't look across at your penis and you look down at your penis. And if you do dimensions and whatnot in art, you know when you look down at something, it looks smaller. You know that?
Yes, I know that.
Right. The first person that will feel it will be your partner, you know. She'll say, like you're doing something, boy. How come the penis feeling so bigger? She feels the difference in size as opposed to you. You see the difference after a while. But the feelings of it comes from your partner. She will tell you that your penis feels heavier, bigger, fuller, some sort of comment like that. Expect that.
There are women who will come out and say, me, I want a small penis, man.
Well, I tell you, there are, but they are not in the majority. We have, I agree with that.
People say that, would that be a driving force for the man to go get this pump?
Yeah, because remember, a woman's tongue could be her most dangerous weapon.
It is.
And when she tells you something like that, as you said, your partner in the block, he could never be she good again. Never. He'll always remember what she says. And a woman's tongue is her weapon. And once a woman has told you that your penis is too small for she, you'll never want to be with her. You might remain in the marriage and thing, but things will only go downhill. It will never go uphill from there. It will never be uphill from there. It will always be downhill.
You think it's recommended to hold the relationship together?
If that is factual,
Yeah,
I've had persons say that it was told to them by their partner they come to do an enhancement program. I've had persons do that.
Is that a problem? That's it.
So I tell them what they should be doing. I tell the person what to expect. right? Without giving them too much information, because you want them to come back and feed you information. You see, when you tell someone these are the expectations, they look out for that before things actually happen. So when they don't feel it or hear it, they start to feel disappointed, and psychologically you're breaking yourself down.
Will infidelity come in?
Infidelity with what?
With people who complain and...
Of course, infidelity could come in if you're not satisfied with your partner. But there's some people who, no matter what you do, they like to have additional partner and whatnot, you know. So no matter what you do, no matter what you do, and try to hold a bargain. Yeah. No matter what you do, they will horn you. Right? Yeah. Male or female. That is in their nature, that is how they're made up, that is, you can't change that, that is what it is. So be it. Pleasant good evening to Charlie, Mira, Sonja, Lynette, Glenn, Keisha, Roberto, Sasha. They're all locked on. If a person is not satisfied or not happy sexually with your partner's performance or size of penis and whatnot, they may look for it outside. They may contemplate being with somebody else. But I have known many women also who, in that situation, and they will buy a dildo as opposed to going with somebody else because they don't want to horn their partner. And I know some men who, there's something called a hollow dildo, where you put your penis inside of it and you use that to have sex with the woman. So the woman feels a bigger size. Of course, it's going to be bigger than your penis because your penis is inside of it. There are penis extension that we sell also that goes on the penis like a condom. Sometimes it's much thicker than your penis, but it fits snug on your penis, and you use that for extra length and thickness. So even though you're unable to satisfy your partner with the size of penis that you have, there are many things that you can buy. You see, if you go to the adult store, you could see a variety of things that you can use. You could see the hollow strap-ons. So you strap it onto you, your penis goes inside of it, and you use it. You get pleasure because it's going in and out of this thing, and she gets pleasure. Or you could buy one of the extensions. You have extensions starting from 1 inch all the way up to 3.5, 4 inches. So you put on a penis extension. The thick cyber skin one goes on your penis and it triples the size of your penis in terms of thickness.
That's the hot seller?
Yeah. You know why. You know it.
Oh, gosh. I tell you.
Junior brought yours to where? The pump that you asked before. You want for 85 and over. You want for 85 and over.
But you know, Raj, it's, the lifestyles and the way I see young people operating now and things, you know, it's sometimes you wonder when you think back as a youth, how it used to be and compared to now. There's so much things that the young people, I tell you sometimes, I find...
Well, you live in the age of experimenting.
Yeah, you're so correct.
People are experimenting with all kind of things now because we are in that experimental technological age. People are more exposed to things now. I am sure when we were growing up and you were growing up and other persons were growing up, that they may have wanted a bigger penis, but they never said anything about it because there was nothing that you could have done. Why no in the Kama Sutra have ways to make your penis bigger? And this is ancient books.
I wanted to ask you about that.
Yes. In the Kama Sutra, how to make your penis bigger.
Without using a pump.
Well, they didn't have pump in them days, Mark Daddy. We're talking about 5,000 years ago.
What?
You feel the Kama Sutra is a book of today?
Well, I thought you...
Wait, You feel the Kama Sutra is a book of today?
No,
Now the Christians out there might say, well, it is not beyond 5,000 years. But I'll tell you that is more than 5,000 years old. The world is not only 5,000 years old.
But with the introduction of all this new technology, I think people add and take away to their old customs and all kind of things just to...
Well, yeah, but they still believe that
what's happening now.
they still believe in creation was only 5,000 years ago. There are persons, I had a person that I was given a drop in my vehicle one day, and he saw the swastika and the Om, and when I explained it to him, he said that can't be real because the world is only 5,000 years old. So I just stopped right there. I said, okay. I told him, I said, you going to university? So the dinosaurs wasn't wrong.
Okay. You hear them talking on geographic talk and they say 2 million years ago. And I too wonder, okay, when did they start to count?
No, there's no starting and counting. They backdate.
Okay.
They backdate. There's no starting counting. The only people who could tell you about starting counting are Sanatana Hindu. We are the only people who could tell you about the start. Nobody else. And that's a fact. We could tell you from the start what it was and what happened. And that's a fact.
So people who do
when we say time immemorial, we mean time immemorial.
So people who don't want to use these mechanical things like pumps and all these new age features can go to the Kama Sutra and
they could go, but it's a painful process. It's not an easy process.
Painful like what you mean?
It involves being stung on your penis by bees and wasps.
Lord have mercy.
And causing swelling to take place and oils to be applied to it and whatnot. Or lying in a hammock with your penis and scrotum hanging through a hole, lying on your belly and tying weights to it. So if you want to do that, you could do that, Mark. I never said it was an easy process.
But it sounded so.
No.
If they open up a Kama Sutra book or any book or any kind of...
Yes, it is in there, but it is not a cut and dry, easy method. Ask Junior to try it. Especially one with the Jep. You think that's some Jep Sting Naina is from today?
Oh my God. That's crazy. You know, but I mean, I read.
No, but it's not crazy.
You know,
it's okay. Let me tell you one of the ways of doing it. And this is serious.
Yeah.
You catch wasp in a bag, a container, and you insert your penis inside of it, and you put it, and you allow it to sting your penis all over. But when you remove the bag, you don't remove the sting. It has to continue to pump that liquid or that poison into your system. And you go and you lie down with your fever and whatnot, and you get certain oils. There's a mixture of oils that you use, and you rub it on the penis for the cooling effect. They remove all the stings, and you massage your penis every day. Wait, I'm not done. 5 days after, you repeat the process. And you do that continuously until you get the size you want.
Well, they'll come to your store, don't worry. Because I mean...
But that's very serious.
Yeah, but I went to the Kama Sutra book, but I don't think I can remember seeing that in the Kama Sutra.
That is in the Kama Sutra. No, I remember the Kama Sutra that you would have read is a translation or transliteration of the original.
Yeah. Okay.
Always remember that. Sir Richard Bruton didn't do the whole thing. He had the best translation, but he didn't do the whole thing.
Quite interesting.
But it is there.
It's like, we have a caller, like. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. Dr. Raj,
yes.
You forget a few years back, a man that make bar holding, take out the chair seat and tie a stone on it.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes. Yeah, they do that. That's one of the ways.
That wasn't part when they were doing part on the show.
There are devices now that they're designed for that. You could buy it, you could get it in the penis wall. We have it there. Yes, Granny. It's made out of silicone. You put a sleeve around the penis, you hook this thing around the head, and you put your weights and you stand up, and you let the weight pull it down. I tell you, men will go through torture to make their penis bigger. But I'll sell you a bag of Jep.
That is highly comical. Trust me.
Well, a bag of bees. The bees will be better, eh?
Imagine
The
that.
bees is most effective because the bees, the sting remains and pump the poison after the bee die. So that is most effective. So I'll sell you a bag of bees. I will sell you a bag of bees.
This is
And you will get the maximum amount of development taking place. And the oil, I could put together the oil also because I have all the ingredients for the oil.
Yeah.
There's certain bush, as we say, that you mix with the oil and you have it there. There's a bush that, you know, we Trinidadians afraid. Stinging necklace, you could use that too. Not courage, eh? Stinging necklace.
my God. Yeah,
But you know that is very good for kidney problem, eh?
still that.
Boil it and drink it. Especially if animals have kidney problem. Dogs and cats, very good. So see man going tomorrow and looking for the stinging necklace and the Jep. Baga.
Because there are some people might be able to afford the pump.
I don't think they could afford the doctor after they do that too. I don't think so. Because when you get a fever in your tail,
I tell you.
and you end up in hospital, and this thing swell up so,
yeah.
you know what kind of pain that is?
I know.
The doctor tell you, well, I think we have to cut, you know.
What kind of effect where ejaculation is concerned? What kind of effect the
Well, of course, remember I was talking about supplementation. The more you develop the penis, the more blood you have to feed the penis. And also the scrotum has to be able to produce the testosterone, as we were talking about testosterone deficiency, produce the testosterone and of course the semen. So there's something called max load that you use to build your semen production. So all those things go in hand. You can't just develop your penis and not develop your scrotum. Now there are pumps for your scrotum too, you know.
Yeah.
When you talk about pain, that is pain, you know. They're pump just for the penis head also, you know. There are pumps for everything.
So these pumps are painful, is it?
The pump for your scrotum and your penis head, yes. Not the pump for your penis. But there's a level of discomfort. Of course, you can't do it without discomfort. Lactic acid build up. When you do this, next day you can't use your hand and things. I know, man. But of course, with your penis, the more you use it, better for you. Use it or lose it. So put it to use.
Yeah. Oh boy.
So you like that, eh?
Yeah.
So if I see you by the market selling bag of Jep,
I could make some good money there, but
get some brown bag,
yeah.
go and hold some red Jep.
Yeah.
But it's the black Jep, I think the thing was.
Yeah.
Right. So you get the black Jep. You have different levels. You have the Jep and you get cow hung. Now that is real sting. You know that one that's hunt you down?
Yeah.
The cow hung.
Yeah.
Maribunda.
The black ones just like red.
Yes, you have them, the little one that have 50,000 of them just drop on you.
Yeah.
So you put that in a bag and you have it there and you say, well, right, come and get your Jep. This is your cream to rub. This is the doctor now. This is the nearest hospital now.
That's problem. That's looking for problems. So people instead of going that kind of way, best you go visit Raj and get the consultation.
Best you go and look at the penis wall and choose your stuff, or you do the consultation and do the writing.
Right. And they can connect with you anytime.
Yeah. They can call the office 645-4543, make an appointment. I'm in Debe and Princeton. Well, of course, next week is a holiday, Tuesday, so I'll be there next week, Friday.
How regularly visit the outlets?
Once a week.
So like, Debe have a special day, Princeton have a special
Correct.
day. Grand Bazaar have a special day.
No, I don't see people in Grand Bazaar. St. Augustine right here, man. Why would I see people in Grand Bazaar? I'm wasting time, man.
I'm actually lazy.
Yeah, I know that. But I tell them, if you want me to come there, better you come by me. My head office is in the corporate office, and my head office is in St. Augustine. The main clinic is in St. Augustine. Grand Bazaar to St. Augustine is 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well, once you know that, So don't expect me to be there. I do visit from time to time, but not for consultation and whatnot.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
But you still have about 5 minutes to get your calls in.
Yes, I know it's the time to make your call, man.
Yeah, it's explosion.
Somebody remember a big stone tie on it too? Now they use weights.
Yeah.
They start at ½ ounce, 1 ounce, 1.5 ounce, and it's nice and fancy, you know. It's shaped nice. It has a nice hook on it. It's covered in rubber, so you're not seeing the weight, and you're not holding this lead in your hand. And it have one, them long time scale. What they have to weigh cocoa.
Yeah.
We could add the weight onto it.
Yeah.
They add that too.
Raj, tell me, when should one use this at home or
Where?
you do that at home?
Do what?
Put on these pumps and things. Let's say
We are not going and do it in a public place.
no, well, what I'm trying to ask you is, are you able to put clothes on while using it?
No, you should be naked, or you should have that area exposed.
Okay.
You shouldn't be doing that in public, private, making sure nobody disturb you, because whenever, no, I'm not going to give the secret how to use the pump.
Yeah,
Eh?
I don't want you to do that.
No, I'm not going to. There's a secret in using the pump.
Mm-hmm.
That is, you get that when you buy the pump, not before.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you're using the pump, there's a time period that you need to use it for, and there's a particular way you need to use it.
So let's say I asked you that because let's say a guy is dating, he has a
Pump before you go.
we have a call coming. Answer this call. Good evening.
Good evening,
Good evening.
Mr. Matt David, and good evening, Dr. Raj.
Good evening.
Dr. Raj,
Yes, dear.
when you're taking the insect medication, you have to get an anesthetic.
Obviously, but you have to have the anecdote for it. No, but she's right, because part of that mixture have the antidote to it.
Okay.
Because normally, if you pick it up, there's a chip
And it sting you.
one sting you.
You get shiny eye one time. No, but she's right. In the book, it illustrates what you should do. No, but she is right. And it have the antidote to it that you have to apply, otherwise you're in pain.
My God. Guys, go buy the pump.
I like how she bringing that there.
Yeah.
Somebody asked what brand of pump. Didn't I say we have 25 different type of pump?
Yeah, you said that.
Oh, okay. I thought I wasn't saying the right thing. Brand of pump. I went through all the brand, everything, man. You come in late. If you come in late, well, what will tell you? Go and look at the pump wall.
What I'm trying to ask you just now, preparation time for some hot date at a hotel or something.
You use the pump before you go. Use it home. Or you keep it in the car. And then you run out the car.
Is it let me see.
Long lasting? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Where once you have done it, it will last a while.
Are there women who will accept you doing that in front of them?
No, some women want to know you're doing that, and some women will not accept that. And some women will feel cheated if you do that. Nice browning, boy.
Oh, no. Hey, Raj, you have the pearly things though. Fellas, just buy the pump. Go by Raj. Get.
So I seen you in the market selling no jumping bag.
No. It sounds like a good business. It's library. Plenty jobs in library.
And where does get the best job this?
In the bush?
No, a whole latrine.
Old latrine? Oh, God, well, don't have that so much again, man.
Well, I have to go and find some old latrine.
Real countryside. Jeez.
You find some old latrine and you'll see job next one again.
Yeah. But in library, there's also jobless.
Well, right.
Yeah.
And I know you know how to find that.
Probably a good business.
Yeah, I got to look for just for them now.
And you can brand it, you know.
Yeah.
Mac Daddy brand of penis enhancement. Just as you have the FAMOS.
Yeah.
Mac Daddy. Junior Saldana.
Problems with your penis size? have the different types.
Types. Which one you want?
Harry Bone.
Yeah. I want to say Grandy Jeb, the sting the best. We have Grandy Jeb. We have Porter Spain Jeb.
Yeah.
We have Point 14 Jeb, Labrador Jeb. Eve Diary. What kind of Jeb you want?
But I mean,
Digo Martin Jeb.
yeah. But I mean, on a serious side of things, I mean, that is something that a lot of people, I hear people talk about it. Some people are very open when they're talking about, she tell me this, or me, whatever, I just want to penis and thing. You know, you've heard them kind of talk. I mean, it's very rare because you never hear anybody say, make gestures like that or utterances like that. You know, so it's all there, fellas. If you have that problem, 25 different kinds plus. Check Raj.
Go to the Adult Therapy Center in St. Augustine, go to Total Image in St. Augustine and ask to see the penis wall. And you'll see everything there.
The penis wall.
The penis wall, the FAMOS penis wall.
I tell you. Alright, this is where we have to pull the curtains down for tonight.
I realize that.
Back tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 9 with Junior, if he could make it tomorrow, because he might be able to walk.
Especially when he's going hunting.
Hunting for Jeb.
When they go Martin, he will find that kind of Jeb. So that